Welcome back to Sam's Watch Review. In this video, I will show you how to set and operate this watch, Casio G-Shock GA2200. Anyway, if you want to know more about this cool watch, you can check our review. I will put the link in the description. Okay, first there are 5 buttons. Adjust button on the top left, and then reset button on the top right, mode button on the lower left, start button on the lower right, and this one is the light button on the front side. Okay, now let's get to the timekeeping mode. It should look like this, but if not, then you can press the mode button several times until you get a high-pitched beeping sound. That one. Or you can also press and hold the mode button until you get the double beep. Like that, and now we are in the timekeeping mode. Okay, now you can activate the backlight or the light. Easy, just press this one, the light button, of course. Okay. And then next, you can change the display. So this one, for the timekeeping, it shows, it has 3 options, and you can use the start button to change that one. So this one is the time, and then you can use this one to change to become the day of the week. And then this one is the calendar date. So this one is month and date. Just use the start button to change to whichever you want. But for this one, it will always show the second. Okay, now you can also check the world time setting by pressing this one from the timekeeping mode, the reset button, and it will show the city that you use in the world time mode. Okay, like this. And yes, if you wait a while, it will return to the timekeeping mode. This button can be also used to swap the city. So for example, if you want to use this one, the city in the world time, I use Singapore there. If I want to use that one as the home city, then I can just press and hold the reset button like this, and it will show swap. So now Singapore is the main or the home city of this watch. So meaning now the time is showing the time in Singapore. And yes, if you want to get back, so also easy, just press this one and it should show the city that was your home city, but now it is swapped to become the city for the world time. And to swap back, just press and hold, and now return to PKK for this watch. Okay, as you can see also, the hands are moving back by 1 hour. Okay, now we can do LCD check for this watch. Easy, just press the adjust, mode and start button, but maybe the trick is to press the adjust button a bit earlier or the start button a bit earlier, and then the other two. And you might want to hold the watch in this position. Sorry. Okay, and yes, we get the LCD check screen like this, and then press the start button to show the next LCD check screen. Sorry. Okay, and then again, this is the program code or the, let's say, firmware. Again, and now return to the timekeeping mode. Okay, this watch also has the hand shift feature, and for this one you can use the light button and press twice rapidly, so like this, and the hands are moving out of the digital display and also from this one, from the subdial. So now you can see the digital display clearly, and also it's not covering any of the subdial indicator. Okay, if you want to exit from the hand shift mode, so this one shows HND, meaning that now the hands are not pointing out to the correct time. And if you want to exit from that, you can use the same method, press the light button twice fast, or you can also change the mode of the watch. So in this case, I'm just going to press and hold the mode. So now I get back to the timekeeping mode. Let's set the watch for the time, date and so on, but for this one I will recommend to set the hands alignment first. So to do that, press and hold the adjust button, and yes, hold, still hold. It will show H set and still hold until it shows something like this, SUB or subdial and flashing, and after that you can release the adjust button. And now we will set the subdial hand, this one. It should point out to this one, the dot. That one is for the timekeeping, but if not, then you can use the reset button and start button to change the position. So this one will move counterclockwise like this, and this one, the start button, will move clockwise. Okay, now press the mode button and we are doing the hands alignment for this one, the hour and minute hands. Now it should point out to this one, 12 o'clock position. So please remember that for this one, the hands alignment, it should point out to 0 or 12 o'clock position, not the current time. Okay, and if it is not pointing out to 0 or 12 o'clock position, you can use these two buttons. Reset button will move counterclockwise and the start button will move clockwise. Okay, and if you're done with the hands alignment, you can press the adjust button, and now we return to the timekeeping mode. Next, we will set the time, date, and so on. And to do that, from this timekeeping mode, let's wait for the hands to, okay, now already stop. And yes, to adjust the time, date, and so on, you can press and hold the adjust button, and it will show something like this, and then remove. So you don't press until you see the H, set, and SUB, but you just release when you see this one, the home city or the time zone. Okay, now let's start by setting the city, and to do that you can press this one, the reset button or the start button. The reset button will move to the west and the start button will move to the east. Okay, and then press the mode button, and now we are setting this one, the daylight saving or summertime. You can use these two buttons. The reset button, will change. So this one is on and this one is off. You can also use the start button on and off. Okay, and then press again the mode button, and now we are setting the time format. Okay, you can use the start button to change, and yes, also the reset button. But anyway, let me set as 24-hour for this one, and then press again the mode button, and now we are setting this one, the second. If yes, you want to reset the second to become 0, you can use this one, the start button. If it is 30 or more, it will become 0 with additional minute, but if it is 29 or less like this one, it will become 0 without additional minute. Okay, and then press again the mode button, and now we are setting the hour. You can use reset button to decrease, something like that, and start button to increase. Okay, and then press again the mode button, and now we are setting the minute. The reset button will decrease and start button will increase. Okay, now press again the mode button, and we are setting the year. For this one also the same thing, reset button will decrease and start button will increase. Okay, press again the mode button, same thing. Yes, reset button will decrease and start button will increase. Again mode button, and now is the date. The reset button will decrease and start button will increase. Okay, press again the mode button, and now is the key tone, or this one you can change to become mute by pressing this one, the start button, meaning that now the buttons will not make beeping sound, but still for the alarm, timer, and also hourly signal, it will still give beeping sound. So whichever you want, I will set normal, so this one, key tone. Okay, and then yes, press the mode button again, and now we are setting the length for the backlight. So this one is 3 seconds, but if you want to change, press the start button, and now is 1, meaning 1.5 second. Okay, and then yes, press again, and now return to the setting of the city or time zone. And if you're done with those settings, then you can press the adjust button, and now it is saved, and yes, done for the setting of the time, date, and so on for this watch. Okay, now let's continue to the next mode, and that is the world time. From this one, press the mode button, and now the subdial is showing WT, meaning world time. And for this one, you can change the city using these two buttons. Reset button will move to the west and start button will move to the east. Okay, and then you can also activate the daylight saving for that city by pressing this one, the adjust button, and hold. Okay, so now yes, the daylight saving is active, and yes, press and hold again to deactivate the daylight saving. Okay, now the daylight saving is not active. You can also swap the city from the world time to the timekeeping mode, but that will be done in the timekeeping mode like the one I showed you earlier, not in the world time mode. And yes, that's a bit different from the other watches from Casio. Okay, now let's move on to the next mode, and that is the stopwatch. Just press the mode button, and yes, ST meaning the stopwatch. For this one, you can use these two buttons, so let me reset first. Okay, you can use the stopwatch for three methods, but the most common way are two. So first is the start stop. As usual, just use the start button to start, and then again to pause or stop. Okay, again to continue, again to pause or stop, and then to reset, use the reset button. Another way is to use it for split time, so use the start button to start and then reset button to split like this. Okay, SPL here, and the time is still running in the background. If you want to continue or jump to the latest time, press the reset button and it will jump to the time that's running in the background, so like this. Okay, and press again if you want to get the next split time. Okay, 23, so now it should be in the background 5, 6, 7 something, so press again. Yes, it jumped to 30 and so on. And if you want to stop, press the start button, and to reset, after that press the reset button. Okay, and that's all for the stopwatch. And yes, it will show 100th of a second under the 60 minutes, but after that it will show as second for the smallest unit. Okay, stop and reset. And then the next one is the countdown timer. Press the mode button. Okay, now countdown timer, as you can see here, the indicator on the subdial shows TR. Okay, for this one, use this one, the adjust button, and hold, press and hold, sorry. So now we can set the length of the countdown timer. So this one is the hour. You can use the reset button to decrease and start button to increase. Because this is 0, then if you decrease, then 23, okay? Because the maximum is 24, but to do that you can set as 000, and the watch will use that as 24 hours. Okay, now for the next one, the minute, you can press the mode button, and now we can set the minute. So for this one, let me set as a 4 minutes countdown timer. Okay, and then press again the mode button, and now we are setting the second. You can use the reset button to decrease and start button to increase. And if you're done with the length setting, then press the adjust button and done. Now we can start to use the countdown timer by pressing this one, the start button. Okay, and it will start the countdown. Okay, and if you want to pause or stop, use the start button again, and then reset using the reset button. And yes, that's all for the timer. And one more thing to note, that there are no auto repeat feature for this watch for the countdown timer. Okay, now let's move on to the last mode, and that is this one, the alarm mode. And for the alarm mode, we have 5 alarms here. So this one is alarm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and this one is the hourly signal. And yes, to cycle through the alarms, you can use the start button right here. Okay, and then next we can do the alarm sound check by press and hold the start button like this. Okay, and it will give beeping sound like this. And next, let's say I want to use alarm number 1 as a daily alarm. So to do that, let me select alarm number 1. Okay, this one. And then press and hold the adjust button to set the length. Or the time, sorry. So this one, let me set as, let's say 5:15 in the morning. So this one 0. I can use the start button to increase the number. Okay. And then press the mode button to change to this one, the minute. And yes, use the start button to increase the number. Or yes, also the same thing for the hour and minute. You can use these two buttons. Start button will increase and reset button will decrease. So 5:15. Okay. And if you're done with the time for the alarm, press the adjust button and done. Okay. One more thing, this one is alarm number 1 active at 5:15 and this one is on, meaning that this alarm is active. But if you want to turn off or deactivate, for example for weekend, you can turn off using the adjust button. So just press, not press and hold like this. Okay, so meaning now alarm number 1 is not active. If you press again, now alarm number 1 is active. Also the same method for alarm number 2, 3, 4 and 5. So sorry, now the minute hand is covering this one, the digital display, and let me use this one, the light button, to hand shift. Okay, and yes, for the other alarm you can set by yourself. And now let me show you for the this one, the hourly signal or hourly chime. So this one, if you want to activate, just press the adjust button and now it is on. And as you can see here, the indicator for the alarm and signal are active. Okay, if you want to deactivate, also the same thing, of course, just press the adjust button when you get to the signal menu. Okay, and yes, I think that's all for the alarms. Let me press the mode button again and now return to the timekeeping mode. Okay, I hope I already cover all of the settings and operation of this watch. And if I missed something, then please put in the comment below. It will be very helpful for other viewers and also for myself. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to click like, subscribe, and I will see you again in the next video. Have a great day.